Waiting for people to come in the building. Waiting for people to come in the building. Waiting for people to come in the building, y'all. Meantime, while we waiting for people to come in the building, let me play this. All right, we got one person in the house. Yeah, let's get to it, y'all. Know your worth, know your value. On this Monday, the 22nd, 2025. And we're talking about this. The truth of the matter is, you have to know your worth and value. Nobody knows your worth and value better than you. That's right, nobody. People could tell you what's your worth and value, yet you know your worth and value. You know what you can tolerate and what you're willing to put up with. And when you know your worth and value, people can give you ideas and they could tell you certain things, and there may be some truth to it. Yet you know your worth and value. You know what you're willing to deal with, what you're not willing to deal with, what you're willing to tolerate, what you're willing to might be put up with. And the truth of the matter is, don't ever accept less. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you are worth making less money, worth tolerating less things, because less things don't get you far in life. It doesn't get you far in life. It just gets you by. So let's say hypothetically you making $3,000 a month. An average American citizen to this day is making $3,000 a month. What could you do with $3,000 a month for yourself, with a lady, and kids? If your bill, hold on, let's get this thing back on. Let me get another jam for y'all. Let's get another jam for y'all. All right, I got the jams ready. What if you're making $3,000 a month on average? Is that really great worth? Is that really great situation for you and your family? No. Making $3,000 a month. Let's say on average your apartment rent is $1,500. Okay, that's $1,500 deducted from your $3,000 you make, right? Then you got your lady. You got to make sure you give her some money, even if she's helping out for the time being. You got to still make sure she good. So that's another probably $500, $700. That's $2,200. The children, depending on how many kids you got. You ain't got no money for yourself if you're making $3,000. Now, it's not about you. It's about making sure your family good. However, in order for you to take care of your family, you got to have some money for yourself to provide services for your family, for your wife, and those around you. So, how can you better yourself? Well, skill sets is more prominent than ever before. Are you willing to make the sacrifices, spend more time reading, spend more time preparing yourself for something better in order to get to that goal of becoming a high earner. Well, that's what you're going to have to do. And that's going to take time away from your family and from your kids. See, at the end of the day, if you want to be around your woman and your kids, you have to find something that's feasible that you know you're going to make over $5,000 a month. That should be your set goal to start. Anything under $5,000, no. You gotta figure out ways to make $5,000 or more without putting too much hours. Because when you put in a lot of hours, right? You putting in so many hours, yet mathematically it's not adding up. It's not adding up. If you want certain things, your line has to be up. Your line can't be down and down and down and down. You're not going to get anything if your line is down. It's very, very complex. It's very more complex in 2025 because a lot of these places now are not willing to get you up. So you have to remove yourself from these regular situations. You have to remove yourself. If you want better, if you want more, you have to do a lot of research. You have to study, and you have to sacrifice certain things that you like in order to gain access to what you want. And that's what I'm willing to do. I don't want to be in regular situations, regular stuff anymore. And you as a man, you as a woman should want better, to where your future is taken care of so they don't have to struggle. You want to break those situations. And a lot of people don't want to push you. You have to do it yourself. Ain't nobody going to push you, y'all. Ain't nobody going to push you in this day of time. People are trying to figure out themselves how to get to the next step. Ain't nobody got time to push you. Ain't nobody gonna come around and say, hey, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. You're not gonna get those type of messages. You're not gonna get those type of calls. You're not gonna get that. Expecting somebody to come and say, hey, here's the push right here. Come on now. That's not gonna happen. You have to do it yourself. And you have to accept the fact that nobody's coming to your aid. Nobody's gonna come and give you what you ask for. That's not how it works. And so these apps, places and things ain't cutting it for me. If it's not making more than $5,000 a month, I don't need to do it. And that's just my decision. And that should be many of you decision. Your goal is to make $5,000 or more a month. If you're not making $5,000 or more a month, you should not get involved with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever put so many hours just to make a trinket for somebody else. They getting the big bucks. You just somebody passing by. You don't want to be the passing by money man or money woman. You don't want to be the passing by person. Oh, hey, let me do 10, 12 hours just to make 200. Oh, all that time you put into somebody else's situation. What are you doing for yourself? And those around you. How can that benefit those around you? You have to ask yourself that question. How can that benefit those around you when you take it all this time into somebody else's situation and you only getting a little bit back based on the model, based on what you have? That's why it's important to get the SUV. Yes, there's a lot more responsibility. Yes, you have to maintain it just like anything else. So nobody's coming to your aid. You know, I learned that a long time ago. Nobody's coming to come to your aid. Nobody's going to push your situation. You're basically on your own for the most part. People can give you ideas and show you things that they believe could work for you. The question is, their situation of seeing things the way you see things is going to be different. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Uh, just, just know that life has a way of doing you. Life has a way of doing you. You know what I'm saying? And so I say goodbye to this vehicle and get into something better where there's more money to be made. I wanna make money like I used to make money. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to be to where I'm out on the road too much just to try to reach a goal. That's why I'm sitting back and chilling. I'm not forcing it. I ain't stressing myself over money because see what happens is when you allow money to be in your mind 24/7, you're not living. You're just existing again. You can't expect everybody to help you. These companies are not meant to help you. Now, if you're a high earner, that's because you put in a lot of work to become a high earner. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to us folks who were once high earners, who lost opportunities because of lies and slander. That's another thing. Lies and slander could mess you up. So even though you may have certain things in front of you, the lies and slanders hinder your opportunities to make serious money. You don't want to be in my shoes with the lies and slander. Listen, one thing that could affect you economically is lies and slander, whether it be on social media or off of social media. People lying on your name, and a lot of people believe it, can make it harder for you to be successful. And that's why the people that get slandered and lie, when they finally make it, they only want to deal with a few people. They don't want to help nobody else because of the lie and slander. Lie and slander makes it difficult for you to get certain things you want. And don't think that lies and slander don't go to a lot of these dealerships, a lot of these companies you work for, a lot of these apps. Don't think they don't know about it. I was talking to this gentleman, very smart, very intelligent, and I said the same thing. A lot of people telling me I'm smart and intelligent, yet how is it being smart and intelligent? We being lied on, slander on. People believe the lie and slander, and it makes you not want to do anything no more. You just don't want to be bothered with people. You don't want to be associated with nobody. You don't want to deal with nobody. Because in the back of your mind, you don't know if these people believe the lie even though they're around you. You got to think about these things until you be put in that situation, which I would not want you to be put in that situation. You don't know what these people mind at. And so I'm glad that I don't have to deal with this Tesla situation. I don't have to deal with these companies and these situations anymore. I don't want to deal with them. They're not giving me my worth. And I'm not willing to put myself out there to do a lot of hours just to get by. I would rather deal with the site that I'm at and just go back to taking the bus or taking the cab to the site, do the internet. I'm not going to say too much outside of that because y'all know I do internet. Y'all know I'm at the site. That's it. I'm not going to say anything else I'm going to do. Not on the internet, not to nobody. because the internet has a way of finding out certain things and make it harder for you to get what you're supposed to get. So certain things are not meant to be told. However, yeah, I'm glad I'm getting rid of this Tesla. And it's nothing against the Tesla. It's nothing against the car. It was a great experience. I enjoyed it. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's something better than this. It's something better than this, y'all. And so you're going to want better. Me being in the car, it's like me starting my life all over again. I'm better than a car. I'm better than a car. Now, for people that love cars, cool. I'm better than a car. I'm a tall guy, being in a car, you know, having these deliveries. It just don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Yet when you in a truck or you in a pickup truck, you feel like you have more space. Your legs, your body, your situation, you can maneuver around more. And you could get more things done. Like I always say, the more you have, the more you could do. You limit it in the vehicle. See, a smart family man has a car for his lady, and he has a truck for his family. Uh-oh, somebody takes my talking point, you know where you got it from. A smart man has a car for his lady and a truck for his family. And let me tell you something, that's a fact. Fellas, take this heave, take this serious. I gave you a jewel. Give your lady a vehicle, a nice vehicle. She deserves it. If you have the affordability to do it. And you be in the truck with your family. That's how it's supposed to be. You got to think, as a man being in a car, unless it's a Maybach, unless it's a Lexus, something it's luxury. Give that to your woman. Let her have that. Get you a regular truck, SUV, or pickup truck, and you got your family in there where it's more space and you could get more things done. Why I look like driving in a car, man? It's 2025. You got to ask yourself this, fellas, in all seriousness. If you have the means, to my truck drivers that watch my video, this message for you. If you're a truck driver, you driving a big old tractor trailer, double tractor trailer, get you a pickup truck. What you doing in the car? Man, get you a pickup truck, man. Yeah, I know you may not have no woman, you may not have no kids. I don't know your situation. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Get you one, man. You're supposed to treat yourself good. Fellas, let the lady have the luxury car. Let her be feeling good. She's in a car. That's for a woman, man. We're not supposed to be in cars at this point of our lives, fellas. So as much as I love Teslas and the way it's smooth, man, this is not for me no more, man. I'm growing out of cars, y'all. Car. Had a Toyota Camry. Had a Honda Accord. I had all these cars, man. Like, man, cars is not for a man of my caliber, man. And I was talking to this gentleman. He was like, man, I can't do cars no more, man. If I can't have no SUV, I'm taking a bus and I'm taking the cab until I get one. And his mindset, it just clicked with my mindset. That's why I'm on, man. I don't want nothing. I don't want no car. I give it to a lady of mine that I'm dealing with. I let her have the car. Me, I don't want no car. Let your lady have the car, man. That's for ladies to get around from point A to point B. They don't care for all the big stuff for the most part. Let the woman have the car. And you take care of the payment. You get your behind the SUV, fellas. To all my go-getters that's doing very well for themselves, high earners, man. My advice to you, get you a truck, man. It feels so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, Anton, with the man. Come on, Anton. You barely in your car, bro. You barely in your car, dude. Like when you see Anton, most of these content creators, they're in the SUV, man. They come on, man. Let your old lady and your daughter have the cars, man. You know what I'm saying? Smart men, that's what they do. Fellas, you agree? Put a 5 in the chat if you agree. To the fellas in the chat, put a 5 if you agree of what I'm saying. Put a 5 in the chat if you agree and you dig what I'm saying, that it's better to get an SUV. You know what I'm saying? Put a 5 in the chat if you're going to get you an SUV before the year is over with. Put a 5 in the chat if you're going to get out of this car mindset and get you an SUV before the year is over with. Put yourself in an SUV, y'all. Look, me personally, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be taking no more cars. No more cars unless it's luxury. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's luxury, it got more space, like a Genesis, Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Give me some cars that's spacious. All right, so Lexus is spacious. Let's see. Mercedes is spacious. It's mad spacious. Oh my gosh. BMWs is spacious. Yep, BMWs. So something like that is worth getting. Yet and still, I would rather have the SUV or a pickup truck. My SUV is doing well, y'all. Look, my SUV is on Turo. It's doing well. It's like that's just paying off the car. I don't listen. Even though I purchased the SUV, it's just paying off my payments right now. That money is almost getting me to pay off my SUV, and then I get the title to the video, the title to the SUV before you know it. So I'm just saying right now, as if we speak, I don't have no vehicle. Listen, Anton said it best. When you get to a certain level of seeing certain money, you don't even care about this stuff no more. I don't even care about this stuff no more. I just want to make money for my lady, my future family. That's it. I don't care about this stuff, y'all. And travel and see the world. Listen, the truth of the matter is, as a man, when you making money, you taking care of your wife, your kids, they get to have fun of what you make, right? While they having fun what you make, you getting things situated for your future generations. Just travel, man. Just travel. That's why I get on you guys, because I'm like, fellas, man, yo, you working your behind so hard for these companies, for your business. Why don't you travel, man? Treat yourself, man. You deserve it. Go somewhere once a month, man. Even if it's somewhere local. That's why I want to go back to. I put too much time into these apps that it's not, I'm putting too much time and hours. I'm not doing something for myself. I'm doing something for somebody else. Just to say I have something. No. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy to say you have something, yet you're not going anywhere with it. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. There's a lot of young guys that I talk with. They travel every month somewhere, whether they have a lady, whether they have kids or not. They travel. I was just talking to this guy in his 30s. He just said he going to Dallas, and then from Dallas he tell his company all the time, I'm taking 2 weeks off. Listen, no cap. He takes 2 weeks off. Of course, he don't get paid. He don't care. He don't care about that. He got a woman and kids. He don't care. Like, he makes sure that his family good. He works 2 weeks and takes 2 weeks off every month. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, they don't pay me. I don't care. He said, bro, we got one life to live, man. You give 80% time to this company, 20% goes back to you. Woo! Woo! He's so correct. You give 80% to the company and 20% go back to you. Is that a lie? Is that a lie? I need to know in the chat, is that a lie? When is it that you give 80% to your kid, your woman, but who you giving more time to? Half of you right now that watching this video, watch the replay, you may spend 2 hours. I'm going in. You may spend 2 hours with your lady per week and 2 hours with your kids per week. A smart man will elevate his situation to where he can spend more time. To me, if you're making more money, you should be spending more time than I'm supposed to. A man that's making less is not going to have time for his woman. Let me get to this. Let's get to it. We're having a conversation. Get the lights up. Come on now. This is one of the realest conversations you're going to ever hear from Rollo. If you're making less than $100,000, you ain't got no time to spend for your woman and your kids. Let's get right to it. It's I'm lying. Where my fellas at that's making less than $100,000? Tell me if you got more time to spend with your wife and kids. Ooh. Whoa, that's the jam right there. We going there now. If you making less than $100,000, you spending more time to the company than your woman and kids to try to provide services for them, yet it's 20% going to them and nothing going to you as a man. But if you make it over $100,000, you have the opportunity to put more time into your woman and kids and for yourself. Kevin Samuels was correct. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to go in. I know a lot of people that watch me may not be making that much money. But let me tell you something. You can't say I'm lying. You're working 2 to 3 jobs. As a man, as a woman. You don't got time for each other. You don't got time for your kids. Somebody else watching your kids. There's no way you telling me making less is good for us. There's no way. Tell me right now, making less is good for us. For anybody. Don't expect no company. Don't expect nobody to put you on. Because if people would have put you on, they would have been put you on. They don't want to put you on. Let me tell you something. This world is cold, y'all. People ain't trying to put you on. Because if they did, they would have said, hey, man, let me give this guy a call. Let me give this woman a call. They working hard, man. You know what? Let me go to this person. Yo, I want you to put this person on. They deserve to make more. You ain't going to get that. You on your own when it comes to that. Well, I put people on, I'm good. They doing real pretty good for themselves. Whatever they got going on, that's between them and God. But the truth of the matter is, man, you don't get no rewards for that. You don't get no rewards for that, bro. What rewards you gonna get? What rewards you get for people putting people on? Give me 1 second. Listen to the music. Think about what rewards you get. What rewards you get. That's like putting people onto a certain company. Company's supposed to give you $10,000 off rip. If I put somebody on to your establishment, where my $10,000 at? So it's a lot of BS, y'all. That's why I say it's all BS. That's what I'm talking about. If you recommend somebody to the company you work for that brings value, that brings worth, give your employee $10,000. What does it hurt for you to give them $10,000 cash? That's a tax write-off. But you see, you got to be careful of putting people on because they thinking that they're going to get something on. They're going to get something, and you may give them $2,000 out of the $10,000, right? You give them whatever you want to give them, $1,000, $2,000. You get your $10,000. You give the person the $2,000 cut. The reason why a lot of companies they're not getting workers is because they're not putting people on. So yeah, AI is taking over. AI is taking over a lot of these places, even here in Florida, because they don't want to give the people their worth. It's one thing if the person is lazy, they don't want to do what they're supposed to do. If these people are lazy, why are you not giving them what they want? So you want to give it to a robot? Cool. Do your thing. I'm not mad at you. Do your thing. Let the robots take over. Do what they do. It's a matter of time. You're going to need people again. And let them do what they do. It's their money, their decision, right? If they believe the robots could do more and they don't have to pay as much taxes, that's their decision. But you as a man, there's no buts. Because the buts cancel out what you say. You as a man can't say but. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So at the end of the day, that's a decision. Yet you got to figure out what's best for you. What's going to bring you to the best situation possible without being extravagant and more energy, if that makes sense. The people that make less spend more energy. Can we agree? Can we get a 2 in the chat? Can we agree? The people that make less money spend more energy. Can we agree with that? Can we put a 2 in the chat? Can we get a 2 in the chat for that? If you are listening, can we get a 2 for confirmation in the chat? The people that's making less money is spending more energy. The people that's making less money, we're talking about 20,000 a year, we're talking about 30,000 a year, we're talking about 40,000 a year, we're talking about 50,000 a year, 60,000 a year, 70,000 a year, 80,000 a year. Because I would say 2. Now, if you're making that type of money and you don't have to expend that much energy, I'm not talking to you. The more energy you put into some company, the less value you have for yourself. Got to work smart these days. You can't put in that much effort and you're not getting the benefit of it. I can see if you're getting some benefits out of it, then it's worth the risk. It's worth the rewards. So having these nice things, while it's all well and good, it has to be worth the money. And honestly, Tesla's is not worth the money to make business with. It's just what it is. You got to go big, fellas. You got to go big, y'all. You got to go big. And so I'm going to close out by saying thank y'all for all tuning in to the show. I don't see nobody saying anything in the chat. Forever Studio said earlier, no live what I talked about. Sammy the Gloves is here. He's talking about left wing, right wing. I'm not talking about that. I don't know what made him talk about that. It is what it is. I'm not talking about that right now. We'll get into the tribute later on. So with that said, y'all, I'm going to get on out of here and do what I need to do. Fellas, man, let your lady have the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Get you a truck. Get you something that you can have more leg room, more maneuver. You feel more relaxed. You're not stressed out. You know what I'm saying? You're not bothered by the situation you're currently in. You know, so, hey, do what you need to do. It's your dollar. Let it make sense. So with that said, I'm out, y'all. I'll holler at y'all real soon. I'll talk with y'all later on because I'm not going at the site today. I got to take care of this situation here. Go down to the place and tell them, hey, look, I'm coming to return the car such and such time. Here's my final payment. So I got to do that. I can't go in today. They got to close it out for the day because the other guy can't come in because, you know, he got something going on. It is what it is. They're going to have to make the decision. Because at this point, y'all, I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to tell yourself before I go, okay, yeah, I'm missing money out today. It is what it is. Look, at this point in my life, y'all, I'm not going to let the money control me. Don't ever let the money control you. While you need it, don't let it control you. Because like my longtime mentor Go said before he got successful, he said, man, I'm not even thinking about this money, dude. My peace, my sanity, and he has a family too. He's like, man, bro, I'm not gonna force myself to just take anything just because it's available. I'm gonna take something that's available, whether it's less or not, that it matches my peace. I'm out, y'all. Peace.